Today is the 10th of Tevet, so Asa'ara betevet. This is the day that we stop from eating, stop from drinking. So I think it's nice that we stop to think also. So 5 things that we could take from Asa'ara betevet, I think. I'll do it not too long for those of you that fasting, even though the fast is only till more 40 minutes, so we're fine. So first of all, it's true to all of the Jewish holidays and days that we mentioned, but it's pretty amazing to think that 2,500 years ago, something started happening in Jerusalem. They started that siege. Siege, this I said? Yeah. Yes. And we're still fasting because of that. I mean, it's crazy to think of that. No other religious, no other nation have that kind of long thing that we mentioned. It's not specifically for Asa'ara betevet, but it's one thing to take to think about. Second thing is about in the days before all the siege and the temple ruin and all of the days that we mentioned, Asa'ara betevet, Yud Betamuz, Tisha B'Av, there was one prophet, his name was Jeremiah, maybe you heard of him. He was saying a lot of times, hey guys, you know what, it's going to happen. If you won't change your behavior, it's going to happen again and again. And some say that, I mean, not some, all of them say that they don't really listen to him. They didn't change their acts, and this is one of the reasons. Eventually, the temple was ruined and nisraf, burned eventually. So I think another lesson that we can take with that, they thought, okay, we have Bet HaMikdash, we have the temple, so we're fine. I think the second thing we can take from Asa'ara betevet is never take the relationship with God as in something obvious. Like, it's never come to an end. It's never like, okay, now I'm fine. Now I'm good with God and I don't need to do anything anymore. No, we always need to work on that. So this is the second thing we can take from Asa'ara betevet. The third thing is, actually it's a little bit weird because Yud Betamuz, the walls started to fall. The Tisha B'Av, the temple was burned, okay? The siege, it looked like a small thing to mention or to fast just because of it. And I think the lesson we can learn from that is that every big crisis starts with something small. So if we can be smart enough to recognize that small thing before they became that huge ruin of the temple, it's right for anything in our life. Obviously, our relationship with our wife or husbands or our kids, or just generally in the world, in our works, in our jobs. So to be smart enough to recognize it in the beginning and not to wait too long. That's the third thing. Fourth thing is about that day in Israel, even though it's already ended, because in Israel it's now midnight. But Asa'ara betevet in Israel, it's also called Yom HaKadish HaKlali. I don't know if you know it, the General Kaddish Day, something like that. This is the day that our Rabbanut HaRashit, the main Rabbanut, decided that anyone that we don't know when he passed away, you can say Kaddish on him on that day. I know, we all know, I mean, I'm not from personal experience, but we all know how is it important for someone to know when to say the Kaddish on someone from his family. Is it the 17th of Nisan, 12th in Kislev, or whatever? So obviously the majority of that people died in the Holocaust. So all of the family members from the Holocaust, and we don't know when they passed away exactly because we don't have the dates. So the Rabbanut says, okay, Asa'ara betevet, that will be the day to mention them. So if you have someone in your family that passed away in the Holocaust and you don't know when, so that's the day, even though it ended, but know that. And I think the last thing to think about related to Asa'ara betevet, not really related to Asa'ara betevet, but we're something like 100 days after Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Kind of. And we spoke a lot in the shul also, but I'm pretty sure you thought about it by yourself during Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. A lot of big things, new things that we want to start, right? I'm going to change myself in this, I'm going to do different that, or whatever. And then there's some options. Maybe today you're in a point you're saying, oh, Baruch Hashem, yes, I did it. I'm in the right path. All of the decision I decided 3 months ago, I'm still doing it and it's great. But there's an option too. I mean, this is not the only 2 options, but there's an option too that you are like, okay, never mind. It's not going to happen anymore. So, suggestion, we're just like a third of the year is behind of us. It's a good time to say, maybe I'll try again. Maybe I'll start it from the beginning. Because usually what's happened is that we come the next Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur and we're saying, oh, last year I wanted to decide to do that, but I couldn't. Okay, maybe this year. So now this is a good point. We're like only 100 and something days from the year. We still have the majority of the year before of us. So take it like mini Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur days to decide, okay, I'll try from the beginning. So those are my points from Asa'ara betevet. You will more than willing to take them for yourself. We're going to say Rebbe Kaddish in page